Alright, so what we're doing today is we're going to do our distributive property and combining like terms, but we're going to be doing more advanced problems. So if you need a little bit more practice on those other things, come see me, we'll get practice, but we're going to start moving into more advanced problems and just expanding our knowledge a little bit about how to do this stuff. Alright, so a real quick overcap, combining like terms, terms with the same variable raised to the same power, okay? Terms are separated by addition or subtraction, right? And then here's your little cheat sheet on what are like terms and what are not unlike, or what are unlike terms. Say that correctly. All right, so that's what that is. All right, so now we're just going to get into doing some problems and working through them, and I'll walk you through how we're going to do these problems. So our first problem is this: 8 parentheses 4k minus 6 parentheses plus 2 parentheses k minus 8 parentheses. Now remember, because we have these parentheses, we can't combine like terms. We have these other operations. So until we get rid of these, get it all the way down to just addition and subtraction, we can't combine like terms. So our whole goal is to get it down to where we can combine it and simplify it down to its simplest form. That's what we're trying to do here. So when I look at this, I'm just going through parentheses first, right? 4k minus 6, k minus 8. Well, there's nothing inside those parentheses I can really do. I can change the subtraction to addition and then change the sign of the next number, which is probably what I'm going to do real quick. So that whenever I do my distributive property, I can do that. So here, click, change that, and then change the sign of whatever this is. So if this was negative, it'd be positive. If it's positive, it's going to be negative. So it's positive, now it's negative. Same thing here. Click. All right, now I can come through here and I'm going to use my distributive property. Ooh. Okay, so this is being multiplied times everything inside here. So here I'm going to multiply it times each term in there so that after I'm done I can start combining like terms. So 8 times 4, 32k, plus 8 times 6. Remember, when you do distributing, it's every term inside of the parentheses. You don't just do one and then stop. It's all of them. So 8 times 4, and then 8 times negative 6. So a positive times a negative gets me a negative 48. Okay, and now I'm going to keep moving on. Plus, and the same things here. So all we're doing is distributing twice. We got this 8 that we got to distribute, and we got this 2 we have to distribute. So take this 2, multiply times k, multiply times negative 8. Remember, in front of that k is a 1, so 1. So 2 times 1k plus positive times a negative, negative 16. Now from here, I can rearrange my problem because now it's all addition. So I can use my commutative property to rearrange it and then combine my like terms. So 32k plus 2k, use that, plus negative 48, plus negative 16. All right, combining like terms. 32 plus 2, k and k, right? Same variable with the same power. 34k plus, now I'm going to add those two together. I'm just going to do it right here. 4k1, 54 plus negative 4, 5, 6, oh, 64. Huh. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 64. Watch that. Easy to do. Pay attention. All right, so there's that way to write it, or you could write it like this. Either way. Yeah, can't believe I did that. All right, so that's what that is. Coming up here, it's the same type of problem, all right? There's just one distinct difference. Notice, on this one, it was plus 2 here. Well, here, you don't have a number after it, and it's being subtracted. Okay, so we're going to get to that here in a minute. We're going to go through here and we're going to change the subtraction to addition inside the parentheses. Then we're going to deal with this one here. So we're going to do click there, click right there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and distribute this, and then I'm going to deal with this one right here. All right, so this 5, distribute here, 5 times 4, 20x. Remember, that's getting multiplied times everything inside those parentheses. 5 times 4 is 20x, plus 5 times 7, 35, negative. All right, so now, here we got to deal with this. So what I tell people to do is just go ahead and do click, click. Click, click, right there. So now I've got this add, but look, this negative goes to everything inside of there. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this negative. And what this says is that the opposite of everything inside of there. That's what it says. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and everything in here, all the signs are going to change. Because it's the opposite of all these numbers. So the opposite of 3x, negative 3x, plus the opposite of negative 10, positive 10. Positive 10. And now I've dealt with that negative right there as that goes through there. That's the easiest way that I've seen to do it. Some other teachers will show you another way, and I can show you another way if you need me to. So if you need me to show you another way to do that, come see me, I'll work with you, okay? That to me is the easiest way that I've seen. All right, so now we have this, and now we're gonna combine like terms. All right, so I got 20x plus negative 35 plus negative 3x plus 10. So these are my like terms, and these are my like terms. So let's combine these two. So 20x plus negative 3x plus negative 35 plus 10. When we combine these, sign you're adding a positive plus a negative, you subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. So we're going to subtract 17x, positive is bigger than, or the 20 is bigger than the 3, so it's a positive 17x. Plus negative 35 plus 10, again, subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, negative 25. The other way that you can write this is 17x minus 25. Either one of these, I would take either one. Pretty sure Get More Math will take either one of them. So you should be good there. Watch this. A lot of people make mistakes right here. Be careful with that. All right. We have this one. It's basically the same as those. So we're just going to distribute. Do our click, click right here. Remember, I only do that if it's subtraction. If it's addition, I'm not changing it. That's what I wanted. I want it to be addition. All right, so distribute. 9 times each term inside there gets you 18y plus negative 54 plus, distribute this to each thing inside there. 2 times 4 is 8y plus negative 18. Now I'm going to rewrite it so that it's easier for me to combine like terms. Again, are you always going to rewrite this here? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on you. I suggest it until you get really, really good at this. So I suggest you do it for a little while until you get really comfortable. 18y plus 8y plus negative 54 plus negative 18. Use that, use that, use that, use that. Yep, I'm good. Now combine these. 26y plus, again, signs are the same. Add them together, keep the sign. Signs are the same. Add them together, keep the sign. So I know this is going to be negative. See if I can do this right this time. 8, 9, 2, get 1, 72, 72. All right, then 26y minus 72, either one of those. Okay, either one of those. Both work. All right, now look here. I'm going to look inside here. Nothing I can do. I don't even have to do click, click right here because they're both addition. So I don't have to do that. But I do have to distribute. So the 9 gets distributed here. 9a plus 54. Now look here. I have minus 2. I do click, click right there. Bring down that addition sign. And then I'm going to distribute the negative through. Okay? That's the difference between this problem and the others. Right? I'm going to distribute that negative 2 through. So A negative times a positive gets me a negative, negative 8a plus negative 14. A negative 2 times 7, negative 14. And then, again, rearrange so that I can combine these. There we go. Okay. 9a, 8a, 54, 14. Yep. Now I'm going to combine these. 9a plus negative 8a. Adding two numbers where the signs are different. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. 9 minus 8 gives me 1a plus, and then 54 plus negative 14. Signs are different. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. Subtract those out. 40 positive plus a negative. This one's bigger than this one, so therefore it's that. The other way that they might show this is this. Right? So be aware of that. This is probably the way that you're most likely to see it. This is how you're going to end up with it on your paper, but this is what it really is. Okay? All right. Same thing here, except now you're not actually distributing, you're just going to multiply it. I mean, you are, but you're just multiplying. It's the same thing. Distribute this through. Here and here. Get you 63 minus, oh, here, click. Sorry, 56y. Do that click first. Do that first to make it easier. Okay? So 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times a negative 8, negative 56y. And then right here, you're going to do this click right here, just to keep it consistent on the way that you're doing things. Okay? Do that click right there. And then now I got negative 6 times negative 6y gets you negative, a negative times a negative gets you a positive 36y. It's really important to learn your sign rules and not make mistakes with them because it really affects your problems. Okay? Now, combine like terms. Well, I don't have any like terms with that 63, but I do right here. So I'm just going to bring that 63 right on down, and now I have a negative plus a positive, so I subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. So 56 minus 36, that's 0, that's 20. So plus negative 20y. The other way that you see this, 63 minus 20y. Remember, keep the sign of the bigger number whenever you're subtracting there. All right? That's an interesting problem just because of this right here, not forgetting to do that, okay? And not forgetting to do your signs. All right, same thing right here, come through. You can just do this, 12 times negative 4y. Is that 12? All right, yeah. 48y, positive times a negative, plus, and then I'm going to do click right there, okay? Distribute this through. Okay, at this point, we should be kind of following the pattern and understand what's going on. 45y plus 9 times 10, 90, positive times negative. Combine like terms. I don't have any like terms with that, but I do right here. I'm going to subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number because they're adding signs that are different. So negative 3y plus negative 90. Other way you might see this written, it's right there. All right. So basically at this point, we're just starting to make these bigger problems and get through them. Make sure that you follow each step. Write it down, guys. Don't try and do this in your head. I don't try and do this stuff in my head. I write it down. Whether I'm showing it to you or doing it on my own, I'm writing it step by step as much as possible so that I don't make a mistake, or so that if I do make a mistake, I can go back and I can find it and I can correct it. So write it down, take the time, do it right the first time so that you don't have to do too many problems, all right? If you need help, contact me, let me know.